EA Sports. It's in the game.
Break it down.
Welcome to the Sports Frenzy!
What's up, Frenzy Head Nation? Here we are again. Another week, another show, and it's time to go. What's up, Rose?
Not much. It is March Madness at its finest.
The madness continues.
It does. We have Dayton. I'm sorry.
Dayton,
Wake up.
yes.
Dayton,
not Stanford.
Dayton over Stanford. 82-72. So Dayton is moving on to the Elite Eight. And they will face either Florida or UCLA.
At this point, I think it's safe to say they would be considered the Cinderella team at this point.
Yes, I would agree on that one. They're the lowest ranked team. I'm sorry. We also have, I just didn't even realize this, but we have Wisconsin over Baylor, too. I didn't know that one went final on us. But yes, so Wisconsin is moving on to face either Arizona or San Diego State University. And currently it is the first, this game just started. It is tied 8-8, Florida versus UCLA.
It's two late games tonight.
Yep, and then tomorrow we got a couple late ones too. So
tomorrow there's a crap load of games on, I think.
I think it would be awesome if Dayton beat either Florida or UCLA to move into the Final Four. I think that would be awesome to see a Cinderella team. So,
but March Madness at its finest right now.
Oh yes, it is. So, but all right, well, let's got a lot to cover tonight, so let's get into some picks. We got NHL hockey. The 47 wins, 18 losses, 9 overtime loss, San Jose Sharks versus the 45 wins, 21 losses, 6 overtime loss, Colorado Avalanche.
47, 18, 9, 45, 21, 6. What do you think, Rose?
I think I'm going to go with the Sharks.
I think you're right. That's the one to go with. All right. Still some NHL hockey. We have the Boston Bruins. 49 wins, 17 losses, 6 overtime losses. They are traveling to Washington to play the Capitals. 34 wins, 27 losses, and 12 overtime losses.
And with a record like that, I got to go with the Boston Bruins.
I'm right there with you, Brother Rose.
The 33 wins, 25 losses, 14 overtime losses. Detroit Red Wings versus the 36 wins, 30 losses, 8 overtime loss. Toronto Maple Leafs.
Oh, man.
Gotta go with my Wings, though.
Definitely. It's Wings all the way, baby. Now, here, I'm putting you on the spot again. Wings are still in at the moment, right?
I knew you were asking me that. I'm pulling it up right as we speak.
Oh, way to go, Rose.
I was reading your telepathic ability.
Yeah, he read my mind on this.
Yeah. Now, if only my computer would work faster, that'd be nice.
You know, we don't have a budget for good computers.
Yeah, well, having all these windows open doesn't help me, so...
So if we black out on you guys, you'll know why.
Yeah, move on to the next one there, and I'll have the answer for you in a second here, Tim.
All right. We have the 34 wins, 27 losses, and 11 overtime losses Dallas Stars. They are traveling to the St. Louis Blues. 49 wins, 16 losses, 7 overtime losses. I've got to go with the St. Louis Blues.
I'm with you on that one, my friend.
And it just sounds cool to say the St. Louis Blues.
Well, currently, the Red Wings are in the wild card spot. They do have it. But the issue is, right now, it is a 4-way tie for those 2 wild card spots. There's 4 teams that have 80 points right now. Now, I don't know if that's up to date because I know the Red Wings lost to Montreal tonight. So I don't know.
No! Come on, Wings.
I don't know if that's up to date or not. Yeah, I think the final was 5-4.
What'd they say?
Montreal.
It's been, if they don't make the playoffs, it's the first time in 23 years.
Yep, it's the longest streak of making a playoff in all of sports, the Red Wings. So,
come on, Red Wings.
Yeah, it's close.
Come on, Wings. Don't do this to us.
You still got a couple more weeks here yet. So
we can't have this, Wings.
Yep.
We can't have this.
So
Get to it.
We shall see. This game Friday night is actually a big one. They're playing the Maple Leafs, and the Maple Leafs are one of the 4 teams that are tied with the Red Wings. So if the Red Wings could win, that would give them 2 points top of the
Injury update, Rose.
Injury update.
Where are we as far as injuries go for the Wings right now?
A lot of them. Still a lot of them. I know Zetterberg is hopeful that if they make the playoffs, he's hopeful he'll be back in time for the playoffs. That's all I really know right now.
So we still got a lot of Griffins playing for us right now.
Yep. There's actually one guy right now, I can't remember his name, but he is red hot. I think in the past 20-some games he's had, 24 games, he's had 20 goals or something crazy like that. So.
Well, I'm hopeful with some Griffins up there, defending champions there. So.
Yep, me too. Moving on to NCAA men's basketball. These games are tomorrow night. These are big games. These are some huge games right here. We have the 24 wins, 12 losses, 11th seed Tennessee versus the 27 wins, 8 losses, 2nd seed Go Blue Michigan.
Go Blue.
Go Blue.
Keep it going, boys. Go Blue. Hail to the victors. Go Blue. Go Blue. Go Blue. Go Blue. Okay. Next up, this is another big game. Games start, I looked it up. Games start at 7:15. Yeah, I should have looked up the channel, but I don't have that for you guys. Maybe Rose will find that for us while I'm doing the next game. We have the 28 wins, 8 losses, 7th seed Connecticut. They are playing Iowa State, who has 28 wins, 7 losses, and are the 3rd seed. And I pretty much we can pick and choose whoever we want now because these games were all pretty much our brackets don't mean anything anymore, right?
That's what I'm trying to figure out here. We have
Let me see.
Connecticut, Iowa State.
Connecticut, Iowa State.
I had Iowa State. Yeah, I didn't have really one of these teams going very far, but I think I'm going to go with Connecticut on this one. I'm not a big Iowa State fan.
Connecticut, Iowa State, 20. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. I'll go with Connecticut.
Still trying to get these going. Sorry.
That's all right. I'll do the next one while you're looking that up. We have the. This is a 3-point bonus game, as you can tell by the sign that are being held up over there. The sound of a 3-point bonus game. We have the 26 wins, 10 losses, and they are the 8th seed Kentucky. They are playing the Red Hot Louisville, 31 wins, 5 losses, and are the 4th seed in the series.
Real quick for you, I got them right now. Let's see. I'm going to start with the Michigan-Tennessee game. That is at 7:15 on CBS.
CBS.
This game, Kentucky versus Louisville, is at 9:45, and it is also on CBS. So tune in if you want to see Kentucky versus Louisville. By the way, these two teams despise each other. This is like Michigan versus Ohio State.
Yes, this is the rivalry between these two. And who do you like in this one, Rose? Is this on our bracket?
I got to go with Louisville on this one because I really want to see a Michigan versus Louisville rematch of last year.
You know, and I believe we both had Louisville still alive in this bracket on this one.
Yeah, I do. I had Louisville versus Michigan in the elite.
So I got to go with Louisville as well because that one's still on my bracket.
Next, the 28 wins, 8 losses, 4th seed Michigan State Little Brother Spartans versus the 30 wins, 6 losses, first seed Virginia, and this game is at 9:57 on TBS. And I've got to go with the Big Ten on this one. I'm going Little Brother.
There is a lot of talk, and a lot of gambling perspectives right now are saying it's becoming more and more realistic that we could see an MSU Michigan finals. So,
Awesome.
as much as I'd like to vote against them, I'm going to go with MSU too.
And I'm sorry, I didn't cover this one. The Connecticut Iowa State game is 7:27 on TBS. Also, I'm sorry about that.
So basically, the two channels between TBS and CBS, those two are carrying the game. So it just depends on which team you want to see because it looks like both games are playing at the same time, basically.
If you are a diehard NCAA tournament fan, my recommendation is get 2 TVs, put them next to each other, put one on CBS, one on TBS, and just sit back and enjoy because you get to watch 2 games at the same time.
They used to have those TVs. They have the windows and window. I don't know if they still make those anymore, but I might be dating myself.
Well, you can easily buy a splitter too if you want.
Or there's also, the other thing, actually with today's technology, if you have the NCAA app on your phone, you can watch the game on your phone while you watch the other game on TV.
There you go.
So, that's what people probably would do today.
I'm old school too. So.
Or if you can just up in the corner, right up here on the screen, they usually have the scores too. If you don't want to do all that.
Yeah, that is true. That's true. So.
Oh my goodness! It looks like we have some Major League Baseball.
Yep, spring training.
Spring games.
Now next week, I believe, starts the regular season. But
Let's
we'll
hope
go
it's a
over
little warmer than it is now.
I actually just saw a picture of the field. The field still had some snow on it, but it looked like it was ready to go pretty much. So, looks like it might happen.
All right. You want to take the first game, Rose?
Sure. The 15 wins, 6 losses. Tampa Bay Rays versus the 13 wins, 12 losses. Detroit Tigers.
It's hard to believe that this is spring training, and they've got this many games in already.
Yep.
Who you going with, Rose?
Gotta go with my Tigers.
I hear you. Like we would do anything else. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Next up, we have the Boston Red Sox. They have 9 wins and 16 losses. And they are playing the Minnesota Twins, who have 8 wins and 14 losses. Boy, these two teams are off to a great preseason.
Well, it's preseason. You don't exactly play real hard in spring training. It's more getting into condition and gameplay. I got to go with the defending champ Red Sox.
Yeah, I'll go Red Sox also.
17 wins, 11 losses. Miami Marlins. I'm sorry, it's the Miami Marlins versus the 15 wins, 12 losses. New York Yankees.
Oh boy.
I got to go with the Marlins.
Yeah, not a Yankee fan. The 14 wins, 13 losses, the New York Mets. They are playing the Toronto Blue Jays, who have 13 wins and 13 losses. Who do you like in this one, Rose?
I'm going Blue Jays.
Blue Jays it is. That's who I'm going with as well.
14 wins, 9 loss Pittsburgh Pirates versus the 9 wins, 16 loss Philadelphia Phillies.
Oh boy.
Army matey, I'm going with the Pirates.
Arr, I be following you on that pick and going with the Pirates too. Arr.
NBA action.
Oh boy, here we go. We have the... Okay, yeah, I'll say this right. I was going to say 14 wins, 35 losses, and 37. But we're on basketball, not hockey. So, this is pick number 14. They have 35 wins and 37 losses. They are the Charlotte Bobcats. They are traveling to Orlando to play the Not-So-Magic, who have 20 wins and 52 losses. Do you see the Magic pulling this one off, Rose? Yeah, me either. Me as well. I pretty much say you got to go with the Raptors on this one. Oh boy, it's our other 3-point bonus game. We have the Indiana Pacers. 52 wins and 20 losses. Getting a little scary here, guys. Can you just kind of get back to playing, like the ball you were playing earlier? They did beat the Heat last night. I'm thankful for that. They are traveling to Washington to play the Wizards, who have 5 losses. I'm going with my champ, Indiana Pacers. The Heat have somebody injured, right? Somebody who's sitting out, I think. Was it? Who did I hear? I can't remember who it was. Dwight? You think you're... Dwayne? Dwight. Dwayne. Doesn't matter. Oh, has he? Well, anyway, they're playing the Pistons, so... I'm going with the Detroit and Miami Heat. Yeah, I don't like choosing that pick, but they're playing the Pistons. Come on, people. The Pistons. Oh, Oh, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's time for some arena football. All right, first up, we have the 1 win, 0 loss Cleveland Gladiators. They are traveling to play the 0 wins and 1 loss New Orleans Voodoo. This game is being played in New Orleans, but I'm going with the Gladiators as well. Talents. Oh boy, somebody's going to get a win this week. I am going the Sharks also. What? What? No LA Kiss? What? Oh man. Oh. Okay. All right. It's our bonus
For whatever
game.
reason, you notice our bonus game is always the Griffin.
I've noticed that. Yes. Is there a reason
No,
for that,
I
Rose?
don't know.
Is it just kind of falls
It
that
kind of
way?
falls that way.
I'm cool with that. I don't care.
It's something different. Anyways, the 31 wins, 25 losses, 5 overtime losses. Blackford Ice Hogs versus 41 wins, 19 losses, 2 overtime loss. Grand Rapid Griffins.
Somebody want to tell me what an ice hog is? Hold on, let me get the. Hey. Oh, that's right. I don't have any help here. I've got the Griffins.
I also have the Griffins. And you know what that means? It is time for Dancing Deb to get her dancing shoes on.
Oh yes.
Oh,
dance it up.
And then, oh yes. Dance, my little puppet.
Oh, you blew it. You went with the high low. I don't know if that really works. Where?
Behind me there is a 1 and a 3. I thought we'd come up with a new way.
Now you're not rigging this somehow, right? Because you're still upset about what happened last week. Okay. Oh wow.
Me, it says my pick. So you pick a number of which one you think, whichever number you want, and we'll see who you get.
But you already know the numbers.
Well, yeah, that's why you're picking.
That's
why you're picking.
Right. Oh, I see.
It wouldn't
how
be
this
fair
works.
if, like, put them up there and then I said, yeah, I'm going to go with number N. That wouldn't be fair, see?
All right.
So what number are you thinking?
I'm thinking. Let me think here. Well, let's see here. Now, if I chose number 1, that might be like setting me up because Superman's right on there, so that could be the one that actually has Rose behind it. So I'm thinking I'm gonna eliminate 1.
Okay.
But then again, he could be wanting me to not pick 1. I'm gonna drive you nuts because I'm gonna put way too much thought into this. So, one picture has Rose behind it, and one picture has Kyle, and one picture has Kurt. You know, we're number 1. I'm going with 1.
You're going with 1?
Give me 1. I am going with number 1.
You're going with 1. I'm just pulling the whole thing like that. See? That's all. Just pull one. That would be Kurt Busch.
All right.
So,
I like it. You got the Sports Frenzy logo on there. That's good. All right, so Kurt Busch. That was intriguing. That was a little different. We like to keep things mixed up here. We're getting pretty creative with our NASCAR as of lately. Although I'm telling you, I'm beginning to think I'm going to have to research this a little more and get us some of the newer drivers on here because that's 2 weeks in a row we've had a driver win that we don't even have on the list. I'll eventually take a look at it, and it'll most likely probably be next season. We might have some revisions to the drivers. Jeez, you're in a rush here. Geez, slow down, Rose.
I won't lie, I drank an energy drink just before I started this, so.
It's a 50-minute show for crying out loud.
I'm hyped up on caffeine right now.
This reminds me of the time that you drank 15 cups of coffee.
Okay. Anyways, in a potentially game-changing moment for college athletes, Chicago District of National Labor Relations Board ruled on Wednesday that Northwestern football players qualify as employees of the university and can unionize. NCAA Chief Legal Officer Donald Ramey said, while not a party to the proceeding, the NCAA is disappointed that the NLRB 13 determined the Northwestern football team may vote to be considered university employees. We strongly disagree with the notion that student athletes are employees. We want student athletes, 99% of whom will never make it to the professional leagues. Focus on what matters, finding success in the classroom, on the field, and in life, he says.
So I got some follow-up on that for you. I've been listening to some sports talk radio about that the last couple of days, in between a couple of channels. I listen to 97.1 The Ticket usually, and 1050 and 1130, two different channels, Detroit-based channels. And they're seeing this is only in the beginning stages. They won that, but it's going to get appealed right away. Right now, it only affects private schools. It has nothing to do with your other schools. Basically, they're saying there's no way this is going to move. This is going to move forward. So it'll probably have like a stay put on it like right away because it's going to get appealed. And they said this could take years and years to sort this mess out. And in the end, they said it's probably going to get shot down because it affects everything from the way schools make their money. To the tax breaks that the people that volunteer or give their money to the schools. It brings up the can of worms of like if a athlete's not performing well, can they be actually fired? It just opens up a whole thing.
Yeah.
So this victory is a short-lived victory. It's not going to go far right now.
It sounds stupid. The only thing that I kind of agreed on with this employment is one player brought up the fact that, okay, if, say, I'm playing football and I get injured on the field, why am I covering my medical bills? That part I could kind of see. I mean, I understand you're a student athlete, but you're getting injured playing football.
And as far as I'm concerned, yeah, the school should be pretty much liable for that kind of stuff. I would think they'd have to look into that a little more, because if you're playing for the school, I would think they'd have to have insurance on you.
But then again, I can see that opening up a can of worms for like high school teams too. Like, I'm playing football for Blissfield, and I get injured playing football. Well, Blissfield should pick up my medical bills then. So I could see how that could open up a whole can of worms in itself too.
I would think if it was something extreme, they would have to have a certain amount of liability on something like that anyway.
I don't know.
I think you probably, I don't know how that all works. I'd have to. Whoa. We haven't got that far enough where we could like invite a lawyer to the set or something yet. So.
Well, we have a nurse. Do we know any lawyers out there?
That's true. We do have a nurse.
Run that by your nurse there. Maybe she knows the answer to that one.
It's an open invitation to any lawyers who wants to join us on the show.
There you go. We can pop up another window here. So
we need some answers. So yeah, there you go.
Not sure how reliable this source is. This is coming from the pro wrestling world. RVD is said to return to WWE the night after WrestleMania. Whether or not that's been confirmed or not, or how reliable that is, I'm not sure. Have you heard anything more on that, Tim? Or
no, I haven't. Actually, I haven't. I didn't even really have time to research that because you just told me that like that long ago. So I haven't heard anything more on that yet.
And then
that might be something we have more for you on Sunday.
There you go. And then also, WWE looks to be either close to or has just signed a new deal with former announcer and current ESPN personality Jonathan Coachman. The two sides have been discussing a part-time gig where Coach would keep his ESPN job but would do in-studio rap around for WWE. One idea thrown out would be for him to host a WWE talk show for the WWE Network.
I could see him doing something more. They're not going to do anything that makes a mockery or joke of him anymore. I mean, he's got a fairly successful show on ESPN now. Not only on a TV version, but he's got a radio show.
Well, he also is one of the regulars on ESPN Sports Center too. So.
Yeah, I mean, he's actually got a radio gig. It's on like in the afternoon. I've listened to his show a few times. The guy is, if you didn't even know it was the guy from WWE, you wouldn't even think that was Coach. It's like it's crazy.
And the last thing I have is two-time American League VP Miguel Cabrera has agreed to terms with the Detroit Tigers on a new, are you ready for this, 10-year contract that will pay him $292 million. That's right, million dollars. Miguel Cabrera's new $292 million deal includes it is the highest payout in Major League Baseball history. So he is now the highest paid employee ever in Major League Baseball. And that's
well, he's worth it.
Oh, that guy's worth it, I gotta say.
I'd rather see them give him the money than have him go somewhere else. That's for sure.
I'd hate to face him. That's for sure. So, but that's all I got for you. What do you got for us?
Oh, let me see here. Congratulations to Coach Beeline. He is the NABC District 7 Coach of the Year.
Congrats.
Way to go. awesome job there. You covered that.
I apologize.
No, that's I told you to. Lions on the lookout for a new backup quarterback, and Sean Hill has signed a deal with the Rams.
Ooh.
So, yeah, that's going to hurt the Lions a little bit.
Maybe they'll get Tim Tebow. That was a joke.
Yeah, hasn't Tebow signed on as an analyst for ESPN?
Yeah.
He ain't doing it. Plus, I think I told you about that too. LA Kiss has still got an open invitation to him to play for them. So
it's like, just sign on with football. There's nothing wrong with arena football, Tebow.
There's nothing wrong with arena football. I like it. I sat down and actually watched a full game last week, and it was interesting. They got some cool stuff that goes on in there. Anyway, this kind of irritates me, and you guys all know how I feel about this kind of stuff. But Detroit outlined their new vision for old Tiger Stadium site.
Oh yeah.
Not real thrilled about that. What they want to do is somebody wants to come in there and supposedly maintain most of the park. They want to build something there and then turn it in. They want to develop the area still because for some odd reason there suddenly thinks there's a huge interest that there needs to be things built here to work up the area again and everything, which is total BS as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, one of the interested parties have said, well, yeah, we'd maintain most of the park as the same way. They're not promising that the diamond would stay the same. The diamond's the only original thing left. Hello, Superman.
You wanted to join the show. I didn't tell you could join the show. He's scared. Sorry.
Maybe he had an answer from a lawyer. Maybe he flew around somewhere and got us a lawyer. Anyway, yeah, so they didn't guarantee that they would keep the ball diamond as it is now. They said that they want to make a youth park, and then they would maintain some of the field or keep up part. No. The diamond is still original. You got to keep the diamond there. I don't care. You got enough people around here. Rant coming on here. You got enough people around here. The Navin Fields ground crew keeping that park up the way it currently is on their own dime, might I add. You got people coming to Tigers games at Comerica Park all the time, who most of the time visit that area before they go over to Comerica. People want that park to stay. It's got to stay. Somebody's got to keep that diamond there and do something else with it. Detroit, I don't like your plan. It's ridiculous. That ends my rant on that. Lions Land, this name is impossible to pronounce, in Hidigaboo, and I'm sure I butchered that, to replace Delmas. And I bet you'd like details on that. I don't have them for you. That's all that gives me right here. Okay, let's see what else. Another thing, yeah. Michigan approves funding to demolish Joe Louis Arena. So it's set. When the new arena goes up, the old arena's coming down, and I think that's just ridiculous too.
Tiger Stadium all over.
It is. It's gonna be. I don't know how. I wonder if they'll be able to redevelop that area, or if that. I would think that area would be faster to redevelop than the old Tiger Stadium area, but I don't think. Honestly, it's going to be hard to go there and have tributes like you can at the old Diamond Park, but. Well, Do you think there'll be any like? Do you think there'll be people trying to get blocks and stuff from there? Does it have that kind of value? Yeah, people want.
Brick or some souvenir, but
As far as I didn't read I didn't read the whole thing on this. Are they is everything going to be demolished, or are they going to try and like auction off like seats and pieces of the place, or are they? I probably should have read my own article that I posted. It might have gave me some of the detail.
the company that came in to
That stuff ended up on eBay, and it wasn't even supposed to be.
that they put out to a bunch of demolishing companies. The company that won the bid said they would do it for free. That's because they, took anything valuable possible in the park, like you said, put it on eBay and whatnot. Everything else, everything metal that they could possibly get their hands on, they scrapped it. So I'm sure they.
Well, that place had so much old school metal in it. All those materials there were at the time when they finally demolished that was worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, steel and metal was going for a lot of cash there. That's why they wanted to get that done so fast.
So that's
why they were being such pricks about everybody coming out there and trying to get stuff too, because it was like, the guys were like, no, you can't be in here, you can't get pictures or whatever.
so.
So no more progress on the whole Max Scherzer thing. I guess they're not even going to deal with that again until after the season's over with, right?
They flat out have said there will be no talks till the end of the season. The only thing I've heard differently is that they are going to wait.
Right. I hear you. And let's see. We didn't mention. Yeah, we shot Monday, so we did mention that Razor Ramon is being inducted into the. He's being inducted, so that's all I have. It's kind of a somewhat quiet sports week because all of the news is on the March Madness. So anyway, gang, have a great weekend. Get out there and watch some of these games. So let's see, we got tonight and tomorrow night for the NCAA tournament, and yeah, have a great weekend, everyone. Be blessed. I'm the coach. And if you're not down with that,
Break it down. Degenerate into something fool. We just got tired of doing what you told us to do. That's a brace, boy. Yeah, that's a brace, little man. Break it down. Degeneration. Degeneration. You think you can tell me